Welcome back to Brawlmaster Unscripted. This is the segment where I answer an assortment of questions, be they thoughtful or stupid. If I sound a little different in this video, it's just because I'm using an old headset I used before in some previous videos. The one I've been using for a while, it just randomly broke down. It's not working right now. I don't know why. So I'm just using this one to get another video up. I'm going to try to get a different and hopefully a better mic, but in the meantime, this is just a temporary one. I'm sorry if the sound quality isn't quite as good, but, I just got to deal with the cards I'm dealt with. So I apologize if it's not as good, but at least you get another video in the meantime. I'm going to try to get a better mic in the future. So, yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with a question from Fallow Skies. Who would win in a fight between Shigeru Miyamoto and Brawlmaster012? Interesting comparison there. I haven't gotten anything like that. I don't know if I should be flattered or insulted or what if I'm being compared to Miyamoto. I don't know. Let's see. We've got on one corner we've got the man who's behind some of the most recognizable and beloved video game characters of all time, and then in the other corner there's me, just some random guy on the internet who isn't even as popular as other people on the internet. Well, I'd have to say that's a pretty even matchup. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, here's a question from multi-famous gamer FTW. Do you watch Smosh? What is your opinion on it? Smosh, it's hard to really talk about Smosh for me just because I'm really sort of indifferent about them. I have watched them occasionally. I've given some of their videos a chance, and I've enjoyed some of their content, but they do a lot of stuff that just doesn't really interest me that much. They do videos that I don't really hate. I just don't really care for that much. I'm not subscribed to Smosh or anything. I don't have anything against them or anything. I'm not that kind of person. It's just, I subscribe to people if I want to keep seeing what they're up to. If they produce enough content that I want to be informed when they upload new content. And with Smosh, that just really isn't the case for me. I don't think Smosh is bad or anything. I can see why they're popular. I can see why a lot of people like them. I have given them a chance. It's just, I'm just kind of indifferent. I like some of their content, but I don't like other stuff of their content. And that's just how it is. So I have seen some of their videos, but I'm just not all that big on Smosh. I'm really just indifferent. And that goes for a lot of people on YouTube. There's a lot of popular YouTubers I see a lot, and people talk about them, yet I'm not subscribed to them just because their content really just doesn't appeal to me that much. It's not, I don't subscribe, it's not that I'm like boycotting them or anything. I just, I subscribe who I want to subscribe to. That's just how it is. Okay, here is a question from RinnickBobBrawl9931. What are your thoughts on Universal's Despicable Me? Despicable Me was a good movie. I really liked it. The concept seemed pretty original to me. It probably isn't the most original. There's probably some older film that did the same concept but better. There always is in that case. But I really enjoyed Despicable Me. It was a good film. The animation was pretty good. I thought the relationship between Gru and the three little girls was very cute. Even though I'm surprised that guys really liked that because, it seemed more like kind of a father-daughter sort of thing. But I don't know what I'm saying. One big thing about Despicable Me is when people think of it, one of the things they think of before anything else most often is the Minions, and I'm really indifferent on the Minions. I really don't care for them that much. I can see why people like them. I think they're kind of funny, but they're not like the end all be all of this movie. I don't think they make or break this movie. I don't think that without them the movie would have failed or anything like that. I'm just kind of indifferent on them. I don't really like them that much, but I don't really hate them either. I know a lot of people really like them, and I can see why, but it's just not my thing. I know there's a sequel to Despicable Me, but I have not seen it just because I really have no interest in it. I liked the first Despicable Me, but not so much so to the point where I think it really needed a sequel. And although I've heard very, very good things about the sequel, I just really have no interest in it. Maybe it's one of those movies where a couple years from now I'll eventually get around to it and go and watch it, but at the moment I really don't have that much initiative to go out and see it right away. If I'm not mistaken, I think this movie came out around the same time that DreamWorks Megamind came out. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is. And I think I liked Megamind a little bit more. They did a similar concept, kind of just telling the villain's original story, and even though they told completely different stories, I think I just liked Megamind more. I liked his story just a little bit more than Gru's. I did enjoy Gru's, but you know, I liked Megamind a little bit more. It's nothing personal or anything like that. Just, I'm not hating on anything. Just, yeah. Okay, here's a question from Shadow of Colossus 103. What do you think about Jontron leaving Game Grumps for his own videos? Game Grumps is an interesting subject for me. There was a time where I wanted to make a video giving my thoughts on Game Grumps, but then there were some changes to it, and I just decided it wasn't really relevant to make a video about them anymore. I liked Game Grumps. I thought they were really funny at first. I really enjoyed their playthroughs of some games. But then as time went on, I really started to dislike their content just because, especially during their Sonic Next Gen playthrough, because when it comes to doing playthroughs, I wouldn't know from experience or anything because I don't do playthroughs or Let's Plays, but I can understand it's okay to go on tangents every once in a while, to just go off and talk about other things when you're getting to slow parts of games, but I think, in my opinion, it's important to stay focused on the game above anything else. You need to be talking about the game. And that's what Game Grumps really strived away from when they did their Sonic Next Gen playthrough, because they were talking about the game for a while, and then as time went on, they started to go on longer and longer tangents about irrelevant stuff, and so much so to the point where there would be a cutscene and they weren't even talking about the cutscene. So I was just thinking in my head, why are they even still playing this game if they have no interest in it? If they just want to go off and talk about something else, then why are they putting Sonic Next Gen footage over it? There's really no point. I'm not saying they shouldn't do tangents. Tangents are fine every once in a while, but they were just getting, in my opinion, they were just getting to the point where they weren't even talking about the game anymore. They were just, it's like they were just showing footage in the background while they had their own little conversation recorded, and it was getting really irrelevant. It was getting really boring to watch, and it's for that reason that I'm glad that John left Game Grumps to go back to his own channel, because he really was neglecting it for a while. It's been a couple years since he uploaded a video, if I'm not mistaken, and I know he uploaded one recently about the Hercules games, which you should go watch if you haven't. It's pretty funny, but yeah, I'm glad that Jontron went back to doing his own videos, and I don't know. I think Game Grumps was good for a while. I think it had a good run, but it started to go downhill, and I think it really was for the best that they're not doing it as much anymore. I think they got different people. I don't know. I'm not subscribed to them anymore, but yeah. As for Jontron, let's see if he's gonna, be consistent with his uploads. Is this gonna be the only video we're gonna see from him in 2 years? Hopefully not, but it'll be interesting to see what John does next. I know he's a busy guy, but his videos are great. He puts a lot of effort into them, so I can only hope that we'll get more content from him in the future. Okay, here's a question from Son Goku Rocks. What are your favorite Pokemon games that you have played? Now that I think about it, I haven't played that many Pokemon games. Let's see, I've played Fire Red. I guess technically that was my first Pokemon game. I went a long time without actually playing a game. Fire Red was good. I definitely enjoyed it. It was a really good game. It really got me liking Pokemon for a while, and then that just sort of died off. Then I played Pokemon Platinum just because I hadn't played Diamond or Pearl, but I decided to try Platinum, and I just really didn't like it that much. So I think I gave that to my friend's brother, so he was enjoying it much more than I was. Then there was Pokemon Snap. I got that one from a used game store, and it was a cute game. I think it deserves a sequel, just like a lot of people do. I think they could really pull it off with the Wii U, but I don't know. I don't know what Nintendo's thinking, but Pokemon Snap was good. A little basic and a little lacking in content. Then there was Pokemon Colosseum. I really enjoyed that one. Colosseum was a very good game. I don't really care if people think it was a bad game. I think it was a great game. Then there was a sequel to that, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I rented that one, and I played through most of it. I didn't beat it, but I liked it. I liked the improvements they made from Colosseum in that one, and I really enjoyed that one. Then there was Pokemon Snap. I really enjoyed that one. Colosseum was a very good game. I think it was a bad game. I think it was a great game. Then there was a sequel to that, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I rented that one, and I played through most of it. I didn't beat it, but I liked it. I liked the improvements they made from Colosseum in that one, but at the same time, I think I preferred Colosseum more than Gale of Darkness. Gale of Darkness was good, just wasn't as good as Colosseum in my opinion. And I'm hoping eventually they'll make another one, because the next one I want to talk about, Battle Revolution, was a complete disaster. I rented Battle Revolution and it was just, it was awful. I hated Battle Revolution. I took it back the same day just because I was so disgusted by it. And then, let's see, I think the last Pokemon game I've played was Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team for the DS, and I really liked that one. That one was really good. It dragged on for a while, and then after that I just kind of lost interest in it, but for what it was when I first played it, it was really good. I'd say the Mystery Dungeon games are pretty good. I don't know what changes they made after that because I haven't played any of the other ones, but from the one game that I did play, I did enjoy it. And if anybody's wanting to know if that one was any good, I'd recommend it. It was pretty good. And yeah, I'm actually, to my surprise, I actually am looking forward to Pokemon X. I think I'm actually going to pick that one up. Yeah, just because it looks really good now. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from it so far. Okay, so here is a question from Kirby Master Ultra. Who do you think would win in an arm wrestling match between Bowser and Donkey Kong? I'd really have to say Donkey Kong, just because I think between the two of them, he has more muscle. Bowser's just a little bit more on the chubby side, I'd say. I'd say he doesn't have as much muscle as DK, but I don't know. I'd say it's all a matter of opinion, but if you're asking me, I'd say probably Donkey Kong. And let's finish off with a question from Joseph Solano. Would you ever consider doing a Super Smash Bros. Predictions and wishlist video in honor of the upcoming game? Oh, definitely. I mean, as long as people would want me to do that, I'd be more than happy to make videos about the next Smash Bros. Game. I actually have been planning to do so for a while, but I don't think I'm gonna I have a ton of ideas for videos I can make about the next Smash Bros. Game, but I'm holding off on doing them right now just because, for now at least, this will probably change, but the game isn't coming out until 2014. God forbid they delay it, but if it is still going to come out in 2014, assuming that there aren't going to be any delays or anything, I would rather wait until at least January to start making those kinds of videos, just because right now we're still so far away from the game that they're really not giving us much info to work with, so there's really not many videos I can make at the moment that are like factual and aren't just pure speculation. So I'd rather wait until 2014 when we're going to get more information on the game, and then that way I can make more logical videos. I can make more logical predictions, more educated guesses that way. So I mean, if that's what people really want to see, I'd be more than happy to. I mean, I got Smash Brothers in my username, so yeah, that's no problem for me to make more Smash Brothers videos. But as long as that's something you guys want to see, I'd definitely be interested in pursuing that. So the answer is yes. Alright, well, that's all the time I have for in this installment. Thanks for all the questions, guys. Keep them coming, and I will see you all next time. This has been Brawlmaster012 signing off.